But that being said, how about that change to the ball of lightning? Lloyd, did you see the original lightning ball?
Oh yeah, I've been following the lightning ball for a while. There's been plenty of community content creators that like bring that up and talk about it. Originally when I first saw it, I thought it looked cool. I thought it looked great. There was a lot of criticism around it. And they're like, people are saying that it's too busy looking, like there's going to be too much going on the screen if you have like 50 mages all shooting it off. But during the PvP caravan live stream, when I was watching them all fight, and there's like about 40 people, I want to say, pretty close. The screen didn't look busy. There was like a lot of spells and stuff going off. There was a lot of particle effects that were in the area, but it didn't look too busy to the point where I was like lost in the sauce. Like I could definitely see what's going on. And to your point before, where you were talking about how everything's a work in progress, I think it's good that it's a work in progress and we're making comments on it, because our feedback actually gets to go into the development process, and they do get to fix those things that we are either deflated about or really excited about, and they won't change the things that we're really excited about, right? Or they'll improve upon the things that we already think are good. So I think it's very good to give both good and bad feedback for the devs, so that they can work on those things. And with the actual outside of the orb going away, and it seemed like it was like mostly just like the center ball, and it was kind of electrocuting out, I thought that was really cool. As far as visual clarity, sometimes as a PvPer, you like to have that hitbox kind of visual clarity. So like it going totally away might be a bad thing in terms of that, but like at the same time, it might just be like skill issue, you know?
Before Virtek goes, the link I shared in chat is actually from Ajani, who shows the old, the new, and then their edit, which is kind of like a mix. But Virtek, go ahead. What was your thought?
Here, real quick, let me do this here too.
Because I just thought that might be helpful for anybody who's looking at this. Maybe you didn't see the old one. You would like to see them compared next to each other. It really does remind me of that like meme where it's like they took two things and they're like mix.
I actually like the newer version. The only thing I could see them adding back in was a little bit of the blue light that kind of reflected around on the ground underneath it. And who knows, they might already be planning to do that, to be honest. But so my view on it is just the feeling of the ball. Like if there's a solid sphere around it, it feels like you're trying to contain the lightning. And it feels like it should bounce off of things, and it should be just literally a ball that has lightning
just going through.
And maybe it'll shock it if it touches you, but it's probably going to roll over you and like squish you into the ground. Whereas if it's there's a central core point that's shooting lightning out, it feels like you are summoning lightning from that point, and that's traveling around, and it's shooting lightning out from there. It just, to me, that feels better. And still having the halo around it, because it's got a little bit of a glowing halo. It's not as defined as it used to be, but it's still a halo that'll show you the rough hitbox when it passes by. And I personally think that's sufficient enough, and I think it looks better the way it is. But
I actually kind of like their edit A on this post. I think that edit A could be a mix between their edit A and the new one, where the outline is still even a lot lighter, more transparent. But I do agree with you. Like if it looks more like a ball, I expect it to act like a ball, and a ball bounces off of stuff or pops. And that's kind of like Raka saying, I want it to explode on impact. So like, you know, think of a bubble, right? A bubble, once it touches something, it pops. Versus like a more structured like ball, you know. But Grim says the most effects, I think they should add some level of alpha to it, like 20%. To me, even the clear stuff looked to me like a moving sticker. I could see that. And then Derek's kind of on the same vein of like our thoughts on the skills, was asking, what are your thoughts about the fireball showcase?
Real quick before we dive into that, though, one thing I
yeah.
wanted to add on, something that'd be kind of cool with the lightning ball effect would be how
Yeah.
neat would it be if, like down the line, either a secondary augment gives you the ability to do so, like if you go mage or something, or
Mhm.
even if they build out the skill tree and once you get to like level 50 or whatever, you can unlock the ability to explode the lightning ball for twice the area of effect, but it stops moving.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, we really don't know like how we can augment our spells and stuff. So we could very well see stuff like that come out in the future with that one ability, where
Absolutely.
maybe you want it to move really slow but like do a lot of damage, or move really fast and just kind of do like a capped amount of damage. Like we don't know like exactly what the spell entails. So
Yeah.
I think that's all subject to time, I guess.
Yeah.
As far as the fireball stuff, it definitely seemed, I liked the particle effects. The actual magma spell seemed like it was a little bugged still, so I think they
Yeah.
he like tried to target the minotaur a few times and it just showed up right in front of him, and it's like, oh, okay, that's not where it was supposed to go. But I think a lot of
that's a template thing though. Like maybe it's a template and you have to actually like move your mouse, but maybe your mouse was like right in front of you instead of on your, like, you know what I mean?
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't know exactly how that spell was supposed to interact. I watched it like 3 times and I was like, is it just a target? Is it like where his mouse is? Like I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Like if he had like quick cast on or something. Like I had no idea.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was just gonna say it was like a quick cast thing where normally you'd like hold the button down, aim your template, and then loose it, but just smash the key and it just dropped
Ooh,
wherever the mouse
that
was
would be
pointing.
kind of cool. I didn't think about that because I only thought of either it being like the person you're targeting and when you hit it, it's there, or it being a template that you click down. I never thought about like holding a button down and then being able to aim it and then releasing it. That I kind of like that idea actually.
Yeah, sometimes it's like on press too. So like
Yeah.
you just get like aim at the area that you're going for and then you just press the button and it just automatically spawns. The reason why you do that is because, you know, it's just a faster animation.
Yeah, that's fair. That was a cool idea, Virtek. I didn't think about that. For me, well, actually, Virtek, did you answer? I don't think you did. You're just commenting.
I mean, I like that. Pretty much had the same kind of views. I did like how the little fireball thing when it would hit somebody, it looked like the effect they were going for, and I think they did pretty cool with it. Was making it look like it was just flames kind of dancing off wherever it hit.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I think
the visual effects team does great work.
Ooh. Okay. They apparently showed some close-ups of the fireball on Instagram. The explosion itself, Syndrix feels a little thin.
Maybe look.
Right?
Yeah.
Mage Bard would do that instead, being more adept at buffs and debuffs. Because Grim Liberty was saying Mage Lightning Ball reduces electricity resistance. I could see Mage Bard doing it. Could see that. As we are all Instagram searching.
Yeah, it's exactly what I went to do, is go pull it up and see if I could actually pull it up on stream while we're talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's the one in the middle, second row down. I kind of like it. It's a little fast for me. The explosion thing, it feels like I like the actual fireball thing, but the explosion thing, I don't know, it's just a little weird to me. Unless it's like a super leveled up one.
It looks great. It definitely looks like it's just a work in progress for sure. Like I don't think this is going to be anywhere close.
Personally, for me, I could do without the rings that are expanding out afterwards. I think the base animation without the rings are just fine.
I do like the animation after where he's burning. It is really good visual clarity. Really, really good visual clarity there.
Yeah, I agree. And then I can share the link. I don't know who else has Instagram, but this is the link to that exact Instagram post. Hi, Hidden Dagger. Welcome in. And then I will also put this in the notes to go in the YouTube. So for those of you watching this on YouTube later, it's in the description. Oh my gosh, it's nice. I'm just here to start the no. Nice. Get out. You're fired.
Best challenge ever. Best challenge
No.
ever.
No. Purple Mike's. Yeah, I
all
wanted
the
to
fun
match
out of
with
it.
him.
I didn't get the memo apparently.
No, it's
You better
okay.
get with the program. You're being left
You match with
behind.
Virtek though, because you guys both have black base mics. I have the white one because I'm trying to be early.
I'm halfway there.
You're halfway there. It works. Yeah, the actual question on if it was if it should be a longer cast or not. I mean, it does feel like it's a sped up to me, but I also I'm not a fan of the rings. But I'm also not going to be playing Mage, so by all
it's on
means,
the screen right now.
do not. Yeah. He went through and grabbed
Perfect.
it. By all means, do not take my word for it. Do not take my opinion of it because I am not going to be playing Mage. But yeah, that after effect there, like the circles that go out, just not a fan of that myself.
Yeah, it might be a little bit too extra. If they keep it like closer to this character, like the target's core, it might be a lot better.
Yeah.
Obviously the actual effects where it's like spreads out and like all the little flakes come out, that's the work in progress part that I was talking about. Like it just doesn't look like it's in its final state. But for the speed, it kind of looks like a scorching ray more than a fireball to me. So like if it's a fireball, it should just be like a long cast time, big explosion. But that looks like a scorching ray type of thing. So
yeah, like fireball to me.
Fireball.
Yeah,
fireball to me feels very much like what they had in the APOC testing with Meteor, where it was a long cast time. It took a moment, and you could see it coming down. If you didn't move out of the way, you were getting wrecked. But covered a wide area, long cast time, big impact, and big damage. But there's plenty of time for whatever it is to move out of the way. Or I should say, who? It's an NPC. It might not recognize that there's a meteor falling on its skull.
Can't stand out of the red.
Yeah.
Derek says, when I hear fireball, I think D&D fireball. Big boom, big damage.
Yeah,
I agree.
exactly.
Like a fireball falling out of the sky, maybe. I don't know, but I do see this being like a fire bullet, as Grim Liberty said. But right there with the screen grab for it, that is like the thumbnail. I like that because they don't have the big circles yet, but I like the little tiny flakes that are bursting off of them. And then the fire, like you said, being on fire afterwards. I like those. So.
Yeah, I think with the graphics part, I think it would probably settle. I think it would probably settle down a little bit and be a little bit more visually nice to me anyway. If they just took the big splash that they do upon the hit, and just took the entire graphic and just shrunk it down.
Yep. I agree.
Because it'd be a little bit more focused on the person. It would feel more like a quick cast effect, or resulting visual effect, and also it would address Syndarix's point that it feels kind of like the flames are really thin when it splashes out like that.
Welcome in, Sir Onsington. Sir Onsington says fire magic so taboo.
So taboo. But yeah, I think they just took that big label or the big decal for the splash damage and just squished it down. It would make it feel more dense at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.